Hello and welcome to the class. My name is Alan Jackson, even though you'll see on the transcript and everything says James Jackson. I go by my middle name, and I found out several years ago there is another James Jackson here. That's James T. Jackson. That's why I go by Alan Jackson. Whatever. Welcome to the class. Just want to give you a few things on how to succeed and what this class is going to be about. If this is your first online class, listen very carefully. If this is not, still listen very carefully. This is a lot different from other kinds of online classes if you've taken them before. If you've never taken an online class at WCTC before, you definitely might want to reconsider. You might want to go in and go to the Omnitech Center and see if I can get you some help how to use Blackboard, because I'm not here to teach you how to use Blackboard. I'm here to teach you how to write. And that's the main thing that always slows people down if they take this class and they don't know anything about using Blackboard or how to, attach a file or download a file or use some of the things that we use in this class. So if you're brand new, just take a look at the course, see what you're going to get involved in. But I highly recommend that you get some assistance. I know that usually Bryn Rhodey over in the Omnitech Center has some Blackboards, so surviving and thriving in Blackboard, he calls it. Little mini classes during the week, first couple of weeks of school. So I definitely recommend you take those. And if you do take them, tell him to send me an email with your name that shows me you were in that class, and I'll give you a little extra credit for doing that. But the main thing for both people who've had this class, had online classes or have not, this is a very interactive class. It's not a class like a math class or some of the other types of online classes where you come in once a week, get your assignments, do the assignments, come back the last day of the week, and post your assignments. This is not like that at all. You have assignments to post, but the main part of this class is discussion. It's your participation in the class. You'll notice when you look at the syllabus and the way the grade's broken down, 40% of your grade is what you make in the discussion areas. That means you have to participate in the discussion areas, and I expect my students to come in and log on and interact with the other students and post on at least 3 different days. The more you post, the better your grade. But read the directions very carefully when you go into our discussions. You're going to have 2 to start off this first week. One's an introductions where we meet each other, and the other is where you do your writing diagnostic. But just be aware that since this is online, we meet 7 days, 24/7. There is no, meet for 3 hours twice a week or once a week or whatever. Now, if you took this class because you couldn't get a regular day class, and that's why you're doing online, I would recommend that you might not take this class, because this is very active. You're going to spend more time in this online class than you would in a regular 3-hour class per week. And I'm just being honest with you, let you know. So be aware of that. Take a look at the assignments. One of the first things I ask you is to do what I call the contract letter, where I more or less go over what I'm just repeating to you now, let you know what this class is about. And I want you to kind of send that back, or you'll have to send that back to me using your WCTC email. Reason I ask that and reason I have you do that is because according to the college, it's not official unless you use your WCTC email. We've had situations where students have sent their homework by their other email, and I never got it, or the other teachers didn't get it, and technically they didn't send it in. If they use their WCTC email, it's on the server here at WCTC. So even if I say I didn't get it, and maybe I didn't, or did not, could have missed it, at least it's going to be a record of it there. So use your WCTC email to send back that contract letter, I call it by a certain date. You'll see the deadlines there. So check out the assignments, look it all over, take your time. If you have any questions, you'll notice in the discussion area there's actually 4 discussions right now. The 2 I just mentioned, the introductions and the writing diagnostic. The other one's called the help discussion, where if you have any questions about the class, not about how to use Blackboard, but about the class, post them in there. And that's usually the first thing I check every day. And if somebody else can get in there and help somebody else before I get there, then I get extra credit. And we also have a place called the Cyber Cafe. One thing I want you to do is when we have our discussions, keep your discussion to whatever the topic is for that week. But if you want to talk about anything else, as long as you keep it clean, that's what the Cyber Cafe is for. So check everything out. I have a schedule. I have only the assignments for the first week. I don't believe in posting everything all at once. So you just see the assignments for week 1. And make sure you have the right textbook, because you'll need that little thing from my comp lab in order for you to register and do the grammar diagnostics. If you bought a used textbook and you don't have the little insert or the card that shows you your code for getting on my comp lab, you need to go down to the bookstore, WCTC, and purchase one. You can purchase it separately from the textbook. I think when you buy a new textbook from down there, it comes with it automatically. But if you bought a used one, which is fine, you still have to go and purchase the one separate little My Comp Lab package. I think that's enough for now. I don't want to bore you too much the first night, but read everything over very carefully, and I will talk to you later.